This is Pingsha Booth from Behavior, working towards achieving holistic health for everybody. We have been talking about boundaries for quite some time now, and it involves a lot of different areas in individual's life. This video is about the different aspects of boundary and what it covers. So when we talk about boundaries, we are talking about the lines we create between ourselves and other individuals or relationships we have, or scenarios we get involved into, so as to give the best in all situations and relationships. So, in an individual's life, the different aspects that need boundaries can be majorly streamlined to generalize are physical boundaries, the boundaries of your physical space and physical body, mental boundaries of what thoughts and till what extent you let them influence you or overwhelm you, which means taking breaks when things get too overwhelming with information. Emotional boundaries. Everything and everyone that influences your emotional status. These could be people, books you read, information you intake through news or other sources, situations you indulge in. If you realize it is something that might put you into a space of emotionally triggered environment, you have a choice to set a boundary around, and you should set a boundary around that. This may have you limiting your social media engagement, your information intake, or even your mingling with people who have information that can trigger you. Sexual boundaries is something that needs to be highlighted here, as a lot of individuals get into pressure due to the trends and behaviors around them. Thus, realizing how sex impacts you, be it due to conversations held around sex and sexual topics, indulgence into sexual content, right, pornography, or reading something sexual, being around people who violate your sexual boundaries, as sexual boundaries are capable of influencing your physical, mental, and emotional boundaries as well as spiritual boundary. Which brings me to having spiritual boundaries. Spiritual boundaries are your boundaries around the kind of energy that you want to be in, which brings ahead religious practices, social practices, intellectual engagements, moral and principle engagements. These all have things to do with your social surrounding, which brings to social boundaries. Social boundaries are when you decide what kind of people you mingle with, what people come into your close circle, what social settings you engage in, or if there is a non negotiable, how you take care of yourself later on. Major importance in today's time also needs to be given to financial boundaries. These could be about yourself on how you use your finances for your benefit, or how you use your finances or financial resources for people you love and care for. Both those who depend on you financially as well as those who you are trying to help. What your savings would be, what your engagement for pleasure would be, how you would be meeting your regular necessities, and what you can take out to help those you care for, if you would like to do that. With all these boundaries, time boundary is something that would fall across all the areas, as it makes you prioritize what is important in that situation for you to perform the best in the coming time. Time boundary let you decide where you invest your time and how much of it you invest in what activity, for yourself, for your family, for your relationship, for your professional engagements. Having boundaries around all these things is important, as if you indulge too much into any one of them, you will miss out on another or burn out yourself over that one area while having a lot of pending things in another area. Time boundaries are also about time you invest with other individuals and situation. Even on thoughts and emotions that you have, sometimes you will have to set boundaries that this is the amount of time I am willing to give to a certain aspect or dwell on a certain thing before I let it go. There might be something more that you want to include in your boundaries, but that would be a subjective personal choice that you make. It is always advised that you have a reliable, credible source, and if required, seek professional help when moving around with setting your boundaries if you find it difficult. Hope this helps. Have a great week ahead. Take care of yourself while you enjoy your holidays.